Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and get started. I'm not gonna sit here and wait. Give it one moment to update that it's doing its thing. Or did I break it? Yeah, no, it should be captured. Let me click back into it, see if it fixes it. Hopefully. If not, oh, no, there we go. We're just gonna be grinding Jade event. The first Descendant's kind of on hold because I was grinding that character and I've done that specific thing to get the part I need 270 times and haven't gotten it yet. So I'm just at my limit of BS like props. At my limit of it. I'd rather come back to Warframe where props are actually like a thing that happens that don't. At least that's my thought process.
As a weapon of my righteous desire, the free hand of the market made freer, one smoldering beam of jade light after another.
Funny, you do not even realize it. You sound exactly like one of them. Otis has preemptively supplied you with unique air support. You will be able to jump higher. Have fun. The capsule is ready for transport to the surface. What? The elevator's power lines have been severed? You'll have to supply power manually.
I was like,
Charges scattered about. You do not want to take the stairs. Keep triggering those beacons.
I'm going
and the system
assumption
will attempt to eliminate you. Otis would like
that
to see
my
them try.
far. Brought that far. My bad.
Time to recharge the elevator.
Apparently, turn them off. I think I said that last time, but wanted to make sure that was better.
continue this assault on Jade's legacy,
Still kind of
and the
waking up.
Order is
Like,
not the killer you will
my
need to
energy
concern yourself
high as,
with.
even though my energy's normally not. I did equip 2 new weapons that I figured if I'm going to be grinding, might as well level up as well. Mastery.
The elevator is out of power. Find more charges or it is stuck here.
You represent an embarrassing mistake. And what do we do with those sisters? We shred them! If I can face a disciplinary meeting with Sister Clarios, I can certainly face the likes of you!
Troops, the enemy is attempting to extract. Failure to stop them will incur my extreme displeasure.
I don't know if I got that. It was. Yeah, I did.
Another job well executed.
Uh,
On it like paint.
literally just to get these. I thought I had enough last thing that comes. If people get it, they can't. Need like damn near 10, and then we get the last serum thingy. Hopefully. And I would like to get more I don't know how much like grinding of this
All that
event I
is
can
left of
do
her is the moat in this
without losing
cave.
my marble.
Others could have Have Otis stopped Papa's grinding.
I remember a certain inspirational man, a hero to the Tenno, but he too slaughtered Oregon at a ceremony in his own honor.
But yeah. No, the first Descendant is starting to actually piss me off because of the way they're doing the character drops, because I wanted to get a character, Delay specifically,
Mr. Brown!
and
Otis does not
the
know
amount of
what
randomness that is in the drop loot pool is absurd. Like, in its entirety. It's just, it's inconsistent, right? And the way to get like the part is small chance to begin with, but it's also extremely difficult to continue to get up there without grinding 2 other missions, and then you can have a chance to get it. But even within that self, there's a 20% chance for second mission to drop the thing you need. So then I'm sitting there grinding, and it just feels like I've done it way too many times, and I still haven't got it. Just that alone, just like angers me, or it just feels like they didn't care if it's gonna be like a 6% chance to get a part because of how they did their premium shop. They're like, well, just buy it then. If you can't get it, buy it. And like with Warframe, it's like you could buy it, but also just take an hour or 2 and grind the thing that you want. And that's how Warframe has always kind of been. It just take the time to do it. And that one was not just like, oh, we'll just take the time to do it because I've done it for 3.5 days and about 24 hours total actual time grinding it, and still haven't got it. So it's like, it doesn't feel good. And I wish there was a way that like there was like a trade system, or not necessarily a trade system, but like a store that you could trade in that, like the stuff you didn't want for a currency that made it so you could get what you needed or wanted. Because I only need the one part, and I'm still stuck grinding the same spot. I'm still in Vesper grinding that same spot. And it's gotten to the point for me where I'm sitting there, like, it's not fun. Not a fun grind. It's not. I'm not having a good time with the game because you made the drop pool so low for characters. Got it to the point it's not worth playing. You know? And I've played Warframe like forever. I played a long time ago. And it's like, it's never been that way with this. They've always kind of like the store's always been there. Don't get me wrong. But you don't need to do it in order to like get parts. Get get frames, or even like the like exotic frames. You didn't need this like didn't need the phrase it. Didn't need the God, what call it? You didn't need to buy the old, like, Prime Warframe. There was no buying of Prime Warframes because you could grind them in a sense. While this one definitely does not, like the first Descendant does not feel that way because it's a 6% chance here. It's a 0.4% chance here. Like, it's just like, oh, okay, so I have a 0.4% chance to get what I want. They're like, yeah, that's how they're doing it. But you also gotta grind like 3 other things before you even get to the last thing to even try to get it, which also has a small drop chance of that specific item. So I don't know. My whole thing is it doesn't feel good to play. It doesn't feel like the grinding part doesn't feel good to play, right? Like the story I could care less about. The actual gameplay itself was fun at first, and then they just like, I don't know, they made it impossibly difficult without going into hard mode, which I learned hard mode in that their steel path has no matchmake. So you're shit out of luck if you don't have friends that want to play it with you, which is a whole nother like issue for me, because I'm sitting there going, what the what do you like? It's just one of those things that you just won't get, right? So I don't know. I'm really hoping that I'm not the only one with that issue with the frame parts dropping in the first Descendant. I don't know. You know, it is the way it is. I don't know why they do it that way. It's just aggravating. So if you don't see any more streams of First Descendant, that's why. Because that alone just makes me angry. I may do it eventually, just continue streaming it. But I don't feel like it's fun to watch me grind the same exact 3 missions for hours. I don't think anyone would find that fun, you know, in any capacity. But, you know, maybe I'm wrong, but it is one of those things that I sit there and go, oh, is it worth or I don't know. And I know, like, I could grind out to the very last area and get the glaive part I need. Don't get me wrong. I get that. But if the character I want to play is endgame only, and there's no matchmaking in endgames, so you're by yourself all the time, and it's just, that doesn't sound like fun to me. That sounds like it would be more of an annoyance than it would be. But these are my gripes. There's nothing I can really do about it except just not play the game, right? Because even in Warframe, the drop chance, okay, isn't told to you. But like Jade's parts, there's several other parts that you can get from frames that have their own loot pool within a mission, right? You're not fighting with literally everything in order to try to get the part you want or try to get the frame you want. There is a semblance of there is, like, no matter what, like, I go into these missions, right, in Jade, you get the sister, you kill the sister, you have that has its own loot pool of several arcane, all of Jade's parts. It has its separate thing. In the first Descendant, the second mission, I'm fighting with just gold. Like a gold drop. It's not fun. It is not fun. Like that, fighting with currency drops to try to get a material part is just... I think it's very... Because you're also fighting with all the weapons and literally the special material you can get as well is dropped in that mission. So like there's so much that can drop from that one mission that you just don't have the like you have a minute chance of getting that actual percent because you're fighting with things that have 40 or 50%. Like, okay, then like I'm just not gonna get it. Which is what happened to me, like out of the 200 and something tries, I'm pretty sure I'm on 37 tries of the third thing. So like that's not 20% at that point, because I'm fighting with literally everything else. But at the same time, like I said, what can I do about it? Just don't play the game. I don't think it's worth playing a game prioritizes their store over the grinding of their game. I don't think that's... I don't see that being... But this is just all my opinion. I just need to like vent about it because I thought about streaming it again today and I'm like sitting there going, but I'd be streaming the exact same thing over and over and over again. That's not fun to... The last 2 streams of it has been that way, you know? So it's one of those things I just sit there and go, if it's not fun to play, continue. Why continue? Then I'd rather much just grind this out. Because I know even if I don't get the thing I get a currency I can spend to get the thing. And I think that's something that the first Descendant, if they implemented, like, oh, you did the Void Reactor mission, which spawns a boss, and you didn't get the part, you can sell the parts that you get from those that are unnecessary for you, or things you don't find, and trade them in for things you do. I think that should be a thing. I think that would make the grind less tedious and less a major, you know, annoyance. But I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna want to do that, because Nexon is kind of up in the air about a lot of their things are always kind of up in the air. I don't know. I hope they do something about it, because that just kind of killed the game for me. I have thought about, because I thought about doing it today, of a Baldur's Gate E playthrough, or like the start of one, even if it's by myself. I thought about that. I have 2 prior videos about when it came out, to like touch the, like, if people were going to watch this. I only did it like 2-3 times, and then decided back then I just kind of quit streaming, and now that I'm in a groove, I'm back in it. I'm only doing it for a certain amount of time, setting boundaries with myself and other things. That would it be something you guys were interested in? Be some Baldur's Gate 3, and my activator not moving. Why are you guys like? Okay. It- Alright, we're almost there.
Hey, sweetie. Guess what? By the time I'm done with
I
you,
hate
you'll never form a consonant again.
like a fiery. A sheep.
Oh, Vala is gonna be livid when she hears it was me who took you out.
Troops, the enemy is attempting to extract. Failure to stop them will incur my extreme displeasure.
You fought with honor.
The rumble relay awaits. There, Jade's bulletin notes can be committed to the
Alright.
site.
Finally got all 40 of the things I need. So I can crash. Oh, and I got another harmony. I'm gonna end this short. I don't feel like streaming too much today, actually. I've been like still not awake. I might stream a little later. I think I'm gonna cut this, chill out, and have a good time. Because I am just go ahead and fade. try to find. Don't know. All right, go with her. She's a good choice to, or good choice to raid. I know what I was talking about. Also, this game they are playing looks like quite a bit of fun. So y'all have a good time over there and be nice.